I'm going to be revealing 5 Discord servers using Join for Join,
Oh shit, here we go again.
where they claim this is their way of success allegedly. Starting off with number 5 is Nazericks Giveaways. I have no idea what the purpose of this server is, but it just lacks any engagement because it's completely dead. This is exactly what Join for Join does. It kills servers by filling them with useless dead weight members. This is supposed to be a giveaway server, and yet the giveaway channels are a ghost town. On top of that, the owner added so many unnecessary channels. Like, why even bother trying to build a community server where you don't know what your niche is? Especially when your own laziness and desperate need for members is already killing the server as it is. If you're starting your own server, you need to properly plan and define your niche. Nazericks is the perfect example of what not to do. If your server focuses mainly on giveaways, then you might as well cut out the extra channels. Why? Because those users will only be active for the giveaways. Then they'll beg and chat, Nitro this, Nitro that. Where's the giveaway? Like, they don't care about your community. They only care about what they can get from you. Another critical point I noticed is that the owner bought artificial booster bots to access features such as the tags, custom vanity links, and etc. They clearly just want to brag about having tons of boosts, treating them like some trophy achievement award. But in reality, server boosts should always be earned, not officially bought. If you have to pay for bots just to unlock these features, then your server is nothing but garbage. The entire purpose of boosting a server in the first place is for the members to reward you and show that they truly value the community and content you offer. It's a form of organic supporters that makes your community engaging. After all, members should be the ones who get to decide whether or not to boost your server based on its quality. Next up is number 4, Promo Paradise. This server is a ghost town and a total dump. The owner should stop focusing on members and start actually cleaning up the server, especially if it's full of scams. That should be your number 1 priority. Ignoring that crucial step while trying to grow the server just proves your laziness, saying you really don't give a damn about your own server. Before you even start promoting your server, don't leave junk lying around in the chat channels for people to accidentally click on. As an owner, your job is to moderate and get rid of the scams. I'm not saying you should be moderating your server 24/7. I'm pointing out that you should get a bot to help you moderate. If some scams bypass your system, then you need to personally take care of them. This server, however, doesn't even have basic moderation running allegedly, which just shows the owner's laziness. They're not even trying to clean the server, let alone moderate it properly. Like, if you aren't going to put any effort into maintaining a server, then don't run it or invite people to it at all, period. It's just so irresponsible to create a server if you refuse to manage it. Another thing they have is paid promotion business. Like, why would anyone pay for this type of service when the owner clearly can't even manage to grow it, let alone moderate it properly? Like, this absolutely makes no damn sense at all. Like the other server I mentioned before, this one has so many unwanted channels, and since no one is moderating, these channels are just useless. My point is this: don't be lazy like this owner. This is just a dead, hollow server because the owner clearly doesn't care, and yet they're still trying to pull a quick buck using paid promotions, allegedly. Like, why else would they be using Join for Join in the first place? The server is just straight up garbage, and the members here don't even care, and will just leave at some point. Coming in at number 3 is Rex Events. When I check out this server, their so-called events they run is based on doing invite rewards, which is a major red flag, especially when these type of servers scam people.
I don't like where this is going.
Most Discord users who invited people to the server ended up being scammed, allegedly. When they bring up the issue about their invites being removed for no reason, the owner, however, doesn't even care and will just make up any type of excuses by saying the event is over or just straight up closing people's tickets by refusing to give people their rewards. This is nothing more than a scummy server where the owner is simply scamming people so his server can grow. Like, this is the exact reason Invite Rewards are nothing more than an exploit system designed to use desperate users for quick, fake growth. Another issue is the fact that the owner is racist, allegedly. This is because the server rules state that they don't allow hate speech, and yet the owner himself is the one violating those rules. The issue is that the owner just wants absolute control to do whatever he wants. And he clearly doesn't even care about his own rules, let alone his community. I don't see how people can vouch for this garbage server when the owner is clearly scamming people and then making excuses to withhold the rewards they earn. This just proves that at the end of the day, those people value the rewards that the server is offering more than they see how bad the owner treats his own community. It doesn't matter that it's your server. Having ownership doesn't give you the right to abuse your power by removing people's invites for no reason. After all, those members did exactly what you asked, and your job is to deliver what you promised. Claiming the event is over is just an excuse, especially since the event is still active on the server, allegedly. The owner, however, should be paying out the promised rewards instead of being a petty person. But so far, this is nothing more than a toxic Discord server managed by a terrible owner who is delusional, where he thinks he can do whatever he wants to his community by scamming and disrespecting his members, all the while using join for join to grow from them and using invite rewards to use as fast growth for his server because he doesn't even know how to grow it. At number 2, we have Advertising HQ. And based on this server description they have is, don't just grow smart. You're right about that maybe. The owner needs to take his own advice by applying them to his own server for starters. Instead of celebrating on having 300 members and growing when he clearly used Jump for Join for that, which the server is listed on the website. You tell people to grow smart, and yet your own server is growing using the lazy method, Join for Join. This is exactly why these types of servers are just useless for growth. The only reason the channels look active is because people are there to promote themselves, but no one is really clicking or joining anything you promote. You're basically just wasting your own time. Like, I don't see why the owner is claiming his advertising server is number 1, when that's just straight up BS. This guy isn't even close to being number 1. That spot belonged to the old Molten advertising server before it went extinct. How can you sit there and claim to be the number 1 advertising server?
This is number 1 bullshit.
Well, you're not even on that level yet. Basically, the owner's message is fake it till you make it strategy by using Jump for Join as your foundation to focus more on quantity over quality when starting out. But in reality, this is false because the entire goal is to have an active community. And as I keep saying, Jump for Join will eventually kill your server. This server, however, will soon learn the hard way by becoming a dead server. Don't try doing what this owner is doing. Instead, focus on having a quality server. His actions show a clear lack of patience when he simply just wants instant members and could care less about the server. Growth takes time and effort, not this lazy method of growth. Finally, at number 1, we have Share Your Project. This is the most bland, dumb server and the most generic slop, where it's infested with nothing but self-bots and people who are only there to spam their own links. Also, all these servers are ran by Nazericks, which I talked about in my previous video regarding link advertising. I wanted to basically expand on this discussion because as you can see, he owns many other servers including Advertising Hub, Portal, and many others. Because way back, these servers were owned by Jump for Join themselves, but they deleted them to be safe than sorry because Discord was terminating several advertising servers. But now that the issue is over with, these servers are back again, but with different people running them. The owners run these types of servers include Nazericks, Fabian and some other nobody, but this person was a staff member in the Jump for Join support server, or at least on the staff team before that server was also terminated. These types of servers are just slop at this point. I don't see how they can be called advertising servers when there are zero chance for people to advertise in the first place. They are just false advertising these garbage dead servers. I don't recommend using these or any other similar servers for growth because no one is going to actually join your server, let alone care, because it's all Jump for Join members who only care about getting coins so they can spend them for their server. In my conclusion, this feels like a new trend of using Jump for Join as your new growth method. It's just a sad reflection of most Discord communities at this point. It's obvious that people don't care and will do anything for growth, and the fact clearly shows in the results. Since they feel the servers outranked are part of the advertising community, this clearly shows that the advertising niche itself is slowly dying out. Most advertising servers use Jump for Join, which makes them slop. They falsely claim they can help you grow, but in reality, the community is nothing more than a dead server. And then they offer the same old generic advice on how to grow a server that they themselves ignore. It's like they only teach you this garbage, and yet they rely on Jump for Join because they are fully aware that the legit methods they preach are ineffective, that never work in the first place. It's pretty obvious the artificial advertising community will soon take over, while the real organic advertising servers will slowly fade out. This is really disappointing, but it reflects what people are currently doing for growth. The new model would now be this: make your server look like shit with low effort channels for advertising. Offer minimal or barely any moderation in your server and just use Jump for Join to grow. Then, like I say, it can help people, and there you go. You're done. Easy and simple scam anyone can do. I want to focus on the negative side of things, but there are no easy, good solutions because the common advice people give is generic and often ineffective. And while bump bots exist, most developers now want people to pay money just to get members through their shitty garbage premium features. These people intentionally make it so hard to grow a server. Like damn, people are so blinded by the false promises that they can't recognize how this whole system is set up to fail them. Soon, we're going to expect any and every bump bot to eventually become a cash grab, find the same commands, the same premium features, and the same to pay to win model. You do have one free option, which is Discord, of course, but let's say this bot disappears. We will be left with no good alternatives. Any replacement will likely be a pay-to-win bot, and when these bots fail to deliver members, the developers, on the other hand, will just shift the blame onto the users, as if it's always our fault. They do this to hide the fact that their bot is just a pile of dark shit that doesn't even provide real growth, and only exploits small servers' desperation to grow big. This remains for another video for another time to talk about these issues though. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And these are just my opinions, but tell me your thoughts. Will Jump for Join be the new trend for growing a server? Or do you think there is still hope for the organic way of building a community? Share your stories in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.